Okay, I got that as close to as I could at this point. So what we're going to do is I went around and I took care of all the rough spots. You want to do that all the way around. And so in the front here, what we're going to do is we're going to start rounding off the edge here. That's all we're doing, is rounding off the edge on the front. Alright, you don't want to take too much off, but you do want to make it round. Alright, you just want to take those corners off. Okay. And be careful here, you just want to flip that around. Very good. So right up, you don't want to take too much off the front here, but you do want to take some of it off. Alright. Yeah, we have it. Alright. That's really all that it entails, is rounding that off. You know, and what you may want to do is just skin this off a little bit, because well, before you do that, kind of want to round it off a little bit more. You can. The other thing I also did on this was these little round things here at the end where the brass portions are. I just did a little V-cut with my knife. You can use a V tool if you like. It's entirely up to you, and we just cut those out. And if it doesn't come out right the first time, I'm going to use a different knife for that. Just a little wider knife that I can get a little bit. If you have it too pointy of a knife, it doesn't glide through that wood or give you as accurate a cut. Okay? Okay, there's one. And then we want to do the other one the same way. You want to go all the way to the blade and hold it a little bit at an angle. And then you want to go back and follow that piece again. Alright? Yep, there we go. You can make that a little more distinct as you paint it. I try to make it a little bit deeper so it's noticeable. You know, that you can definitely tell there's a V-cut there. Alright, and then you put your name in there. If you want to take it yet a step further, what I did was I rounded off the bottom. Well, actually I didn't. Let me take a look how I did this. No. What I did was I made sure this was rounded up. In fact, I'm going to cut that blade a little further over. Okay. And we're going to round this end off just a tad more. I'm going to spray it a little bit. It will just help me to cut it a little better. Whoops. Knocking things over here. That's not a good thing. And what you want to do is take your knife a little bit at an angle, and this is kind of tricky, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. You're just going to follow this all the way down, okay? All the way down. And try to keep it as straight as possible. You can put a line on there if you want. And find your other blade here. And you're going to try to match those two. Alright? And then you're going to turn it around, and you're going to go the opposite way. See? I would put a line down if I were you, because it's hard to see it once that, so that's what it's hard for me to see it here. I will go back and do it again, but that's what you're trying to do, is create that little line all the way. You use a little small V tool also. That's going to help you out a little bit. Yeah, and that's what I do. I usually take it out. Okay. See how it's starting to give you a little line all the way around? And you just want to follow that all the way around to your other blade. You want to make two of these, okay? And once you make two of these, make one here and one at the bottom here. And I'll do that while I'm offline here, and show you what it looks like after it's done. You'll be able to put that little silver color on there. For the so I got this too wet. I can't really see where the line is. Guys, make sure you draw it on there. I'll do this after it dries a little bit, but you get the idea. You put a little V-cut. If you use a little a V tool, might work a lot better and a lot easier and a lot more even. But what you want to do is from the blade here, Okay, so you can actually see separation from that to the other, just like that. Okay, and then you go on the other side of that blade and do another one all the way around until you get that look. Now I didn't paint it as well as I should have because I was kind of in a rush. So the back, you should have one stripe going through the center, which will be what your blades are hooked to. Alright, and then I did that a little brown on this side. You don't have to, but I did it to, you know, to make it look like this was on the other side. Alright, and the other thing that we also did, well, what I also did was I took my knife. See the inside here where it's a little deeper? That's tricky. So I'm going to tell you how I did it. I didn't use any gouges. I used the knife. What I did was I took my knife and I went a little bit further in. Okay, exactly where that blade is, and I put one V cut all the way down in there, just like so. And I kept slicing it and slicing it, and then I went to the other side and did the same thing, okay, until they met in the middle and popped out. Okay, so that's how you do the inside. I'll do that when I'm offline, but you know, you can round these up a little further if you like. Yeah, that's, and then redo your line there if you want. That's up to you. But that's how I made my little name tag. Now, after I got done doing this, I'll be right back and I'll share with you how I took care of everything, okay? Bye-bye.